We had so much fun the first time, we're gonna do it again. Brewer versus brewer, part 2.
I'm not gonna spray you, it was an accident.
Today we are conducting the second brewer versus brewer competition. Porter's talking a lot of shit.
Let's them up.
This is the winning recipe right here.
We're gonna break off into 2 teams. I'm gonna become your gracious host. Dylan here is now gonna brew with us this time around, and we are simply gonna pick out of a hat to figure out who is going to brew with who.
My guy. Yes!
We're gonna pick out of a hat again to find out what we're gonna make.
Single IPA. Nice.
Single IPA is somewhere about between 6% and 7.5% alcohol by volume, and we cannot use Citra.
Whoa! It's Turbo. You know what Turbo's gonna do. He's gonna throw a cascade or something. He can't help himself. He can't help himself. Is that what they're doing? You might know.
When was the last time Dylan actually brewed a beer? He's usually ordering all our stuff.
You remember how to brew?
Wait, what? So I think we should make something that's like mid to low 6 range.
Thinking like 7.3, 7.4.
7.3.
Obviously, we're not gonna be using Citra, so we're gonna have to start to think about like hops that are gonna work well in this beer, but I think we're gonna lean more towards a beer that's like more orange in color.
Hey, I need you to get into the hop cooler right now, and then you need to get the comment and you need to hide it. Don't ask any questions.
I feel like we're sticking with some of the classics like Mosaic, maybe, Simcoe.
I think it's a sign. I had the Mosaic shirt on today. We got to do some Mosaic.
We can even dive into Amarillo if we want to as well. I also think that Idaho 7 will work pretty well.
We've got our new selected Simcoe in there.
That's true. We have fresh 2024 Saratoga.
I can't hide all the Simcoe though.
We're both from Connecticut. I think we should do some Thrall malt.
Like the Thrall Pilsner.
Yep.
That would be a good idea.
And I'm thinking about for adjuncts, we could do oats, flaked barley, and flaked wheat.
Whoa.
Really make it fluffy.
We're into taking chances.
Crystal malt, to add a little bit of color and sweetness.
We'll go high in the mash temp.
Oh,
Get some body going.
how was your body on your last beer?
I don't want to talk about it.
Just make this face on the camera.
What's the word, gang?
Working on a banger here.
What do you got?
It's obviously gonna be a banger.
Well, we can't use Citra, so we're going to use a Citra-like hop. Comet's going to be the anchor. Definitely going to have some Amarillo in there, and I think as a third accent hop, maybe Allura or Simcoe for a little. Okay. But we're going to rub them together and see how they smell. We're going to go for classic, old school Tree House color, deep orange. Make it juicy. Load it up with adjuncts and dry hop the heck out of it.
Sounds good to me. It's not what I would do, but.
Well,
5 a.m.
5 a.m. About to mash in our brew.
Sud, you ready? Let's ride, dog.
Do it.
All right, hot rinse just finished. Sud is gonna control the sticks. I'm doing all the ads and watching the mash throughout.
We just hit our pre-water rinse and we're about to start the mash in right now. I'll be controlling the speed of the mash, all the mash temperatures, making sure we're hitting our strike. Although you can do it with one person, to have 2 people going back and forth, making sure we're hitting everything on time is gonna be good.
Come on, keep coming up. Brain's still moving pretty good. Mixing pretty nice. Don't have to bulb up the agitator yet.
Right now we are sending our mash to the lauter tun. Here it's going to Vorloff, which means recirculate for an extended amount of time. This will clarify the wort. From here, the wort will get sent over to the kettle and all the grain will be left behind here. I've been told the early bird gets the worm, and where's Dylan and Alex at? That's a real question.
For this beer, it's only 150 pounds of adjuncts, but 150 pounds is 150 pounds, and it's room temp, so when it falls through that sight glass, it's gonna cool my mash down. To alleviate that problem, you basically have to strike hot and overcompensate for that, so that your mash tun gets to be where you want it to be.
So we'll adjust these salts based on how we want the mouthfeel to be, and then like what we're seeing with water samples and like what our grain bill is. So they kind of change batch to batch. So that's always like a little bit of a debate on how we're gonna add these things and when. You look at Turbo right now, he is stressed. So we'll see. You know, sometimes stress translates into the beer. He's stirring a little too hard and things like that. So I don't know. He's a little bit nervous, seems like. Let the good times roll.
And no one talk.
Stress ball.
Let her coast.
Let her coast. She's moving good. Yeah, it's plenty thick. Look at our little flap.
That is thick. I think that's the perfect amount of thickness.
Good foam. Happy with it. Nailed it, dude. Nice job, man.
What? I don't understand what's happening. He just like forgot how to brew?
I guess.
One base malt and 7 specialty malts, of which we will not talk about. And then a super, super interesting hop assortment.
Did. So our initial was Comet.
You need to get the Comet and you need to hide it.
Comet fell off, dude. I think we used all the good Comet. So when we rubbed that, we weren't very happy with what we were looking for.
It was super grassy. So we scrapped that whole plan.
This smells fantastic. I'm super happy with how the mash turned out. And we drilled our mash temp, which was even better. That feels great. We're shooting for a 5 SRM and we achieved that without using a single bag of caramel or crystal malt. So that's kind of unique.
Should be nice and fluffy.
Should be fluffy. Should be like a nice orange color.
You're already on the dry hop? Yeah, ready for it.
We were aiming for 6.5 to 6.8% ABV. Once we started smelling our blends for our dry hop, we really wanted to amplify that. So we decided to bump up our target as well. So we're shooting for a 7% ABV.
Oh, baby. We're gonna do it. We're gonna try to put a little kiss of something else that we think will make a real nice nose. And we're gonna do that like, I don't know, 1 day, 2 days, pre-crash, and see what happens. It's either gonna be good or it's really gonna suck.
These brewers pour their hearts into each beer that they make, and with this competition, their focus is more intense than ever. There is huge curiosity about who is going to win round 2. Let's see what the staff thinks.
Sean, my guy, we're doing brewer versus brewer part 2. We have Dylan and Alex versus Turbo and Suds. Who do you got?
I'm gonna give it up to Turbo and Suds.
Dylan and Alex.
Whatever team Porter's on.
Do I think this is gonna win?
Yeah.
Obviously us.
Suds and Porter.
I got Suds.
So we have Turbo and Suds versus Dylan and Alex. Who do you think is gonna win?
Turbo? My money's on Turbo.
Wow, just Turbo? What about Suds?
It's Suds. Ooh, I don't know. I think I got the Andrews on this one.
Damn.
We'll go Turbo and Suds. We're doing double or a single this time?
Single.
What's the ABV range?
6 to 7.5.
Love that. I'm going Dylan now, man.
We're doing brewer versus brewer part 2. We have Suds and Turbo versus Dylan and Alex. Who do you like?
I like them all.
Tough answer. You have to pick. You're on the spot.
I'm not playing this game.
Would I win?
Yes.
You definitely get it on the nose. It's good chewy for single IPA. I think we could have gone a shade darker.
Could have gone a shade darker.
Balanced bitterness, soft. The real question is, beer of the year? Could be.
It's in the customer's hands now.
It all comes down to this. We have 4 excellent brewers who have made 2 excellent beers. On one hand, we have No Citra, No Problem. And on the other hand, we have a beer called Hidden Gem. These beers will be available tomorrow, February 20th, at all Tree House locations but Woodstock in a 4-pack. You'll get 2 of each, which will give you plenty to taste, learn, and decide upon which of these beers you like the most. There is a QR code on the can that will bring you directly to a Google form that will let you leave your thoughts. And this form will be a lot more robust than the last time. So think a lot about what you want to submit to us and how it might influence the outcome of this competition. Guys, if you're new to the channel, this is not the first time we've done this. It will not be the last time. Hitting the subscribe button is not only satisfying, but it's a huge help to supporting future content, as is hitting that notification button. That's all for now, guys. Leave your thoughts down below. See you next time.